A new court appearance for the man accused in the mass murder at the Capital Gazette newsroom in Annapolis last year. His lawyers say they are undecided on an insanity plea. WJZ investigator Mike Helgren is live at Anne Arundel County Circuit Court with the latest steps in this slow-moving case. Mike?
Denise, the accused killer watched for hours intently as his lawyers argued on his behalf. He didn't say a word, and there were several new revelations in the case. We learned a chilling new detail in the Capital Gazette killing spree. Accused mass murderer Jared Ramos, seen here on cell phone video being taken into custody, called 911 himself from inside the newsroom. Only WJZ was there Thursday as Ramos left court in this van headed back to jail. His trial's been postponed several times and there was heavy security here. His lawyer's latest argument is that prosecutors haven't given them enough information about the charges, and they say without it, they can't decide whether they should enter an insanity plea.
Several shots have been fired, at least 10 shots heard.
Ramos is accused of storming into the Annapolis newsroom last June, barricading the exits so no one could leave, and killing 5 people.
Wendy Winters. Second victim is Rebecca Smith. Third victim is Robert Hyacin. Fourth victim is Gerald Feshman. And the fifth victim is John McNamara.
The defense also asked for more detailed information on what happened to survivors, like photojournalist Paul Gillespie.
It's just a horrible thing that I hope never happens to anybody else.
Defense attorneys who drove out the back entrance without taking questions say they only recently got access to recorded interviews with survivors and autopsy reports. They argue the law mandates prosecutors more clearly spell out what happened. The issue, they said, is not whether Mr. Ramos suffers from mental illness, but whether that mental illness is the nexus of his criminal conduct. And authorities say Ramos' motive was a grudge that he had against the newspaper who published an article about him. They say he'd been upset about that and even made online death threats against journalists. The state's attorney says she's gone above and beyond what the law allows as far as reporting information to the defense. And Judge Laura Ripken will rule on these arguments on March 11th. Live in Annapolis, Mike Helgren, WJZ.